Hello, everybody. I was sitting here trying to keep Sarah in line.
Shh, ain't nobody gonna keep me in line.
That, that ain't gonna
I
happen.
can't see the chat.
Mm,
Come
oh,
on,
yeah.
Captain. See, I'm keeping him in line, y'all.
There we go. I'm trying a new thing tonight, guys. I'm using an iPad for our questions tonight. We're gonna see how that works
I
out.
can't even see that.
You can't.
Oh
Oh, this, so you can.
yeah,
Yeah.
barely.
That's why I got my glasses on so I can see that. I'm gonna go ahead and bring Brooks in for the opening. She loves coming on. She wants to answer the questions and stuff, and I don't want to leave her out. That way, she can get in here and answer all the questions. And what we really need. This thing's gonna be goofy. What we really
I
need
got
is
all the
I think we need to.
answers.
Yep. We need a secretary. I think we can make Scott our secretary.
There we go.
I think Scott would be a good secretary.
How are y'all doing tonight?
Margie. Hi.
Well, I think we got a pretty good show planned tonight. We're going to talk about a lot of different things, and
Of course, it's gonna be good. I'm here.
we got, if nothing else, we got Sarah on here.
Yeah. See.
She's proof of the Nephilim.
Use that elbow, Sarah.
I know. Actually, I think I'm gonna go for the full-on chokehold tonight.
Lulu the Nephilim.
Ever since that's been happening, how many people have been calling me Lulu?
I know, everybody calls her that now.
It cracks me up though, so it's okay.
Heard the dog barking.
Yeah, they're back over there spotlighting.
So we got spotlighted tonight by some people. We don't know what's going on. They actually spotlighted Sarah all the way out into the yard. So
Little freaky. Yeah.
So we don't know what's going on out there. Kaylee, go check.
Yeah.
You're the man. You go check.
Send werewolf out there.
No, but he says.
Yeah, we'll throw a little werewolf out there.
He ain't gonna outrun me, I guarantee it.
You're gonna get me out of the house.
Little werewolf will go check it out. Yeah. Did you see there's a TikTok video I just watched. There's a man. He went outside probably in the evening because it's dark, and he's cleaning out the pool. And while he's cleaning out the pool, don't worry, guys, I'm going to do roll call in a second. I just seen this, and I thought it was really weird. He was cleaning out the pool, and he was brushing the stuff out with that net and all.
Uh-huh.
And over to the right of him, you can see a black shadow, like moving like through the chairs.
Oh.
And it goes behind him and goes inside of him. And he like straightens out really weird and starts like he's trying to bend backwards and acting really weird.
Yeah, possessed.
His girlfriend runs over, starts shaking him, and he like shoves her. It's freaky.
He got possessed. That's what that is.
So possession does happen. I know that for sure. I mean, I can prove that, no doubt. I mean, it does happen.
Well, yeah. Proven fact.
It is evil.
Yeah, it is a real thing.
Evil.
Yeah.
That should be one of our shows one of these nights. Evil is amongst us.
Possession is real.
Possession is real. This is the Files. Tonight we visit Scott's house, where his towels dance in the bathroom and voices whisper for you to
Yeah,
hurry.
you want to hear something weird? You're talking about this, right?
Yeah.
Tonight, no kidding. We were sitting at the dinner table and we were playing cards, and all of a sudden, those vent fans that you have in your house in the bathroom?
Yeah.
Ours turned on.
Really?
It just turned on automatically. And so I went back there to go check it, and the light switch for it is off, but it's still running. And then it goes off.
Ooh.
I got a little freaked out. And then it did it twice.
Well, they're probably trying to tell you something.
No, well, the second time whenever it happened, whenever I went in there,
Whew, Sarah.
the light switch was on. and I had to
Really?
flip it off.
Wow.
That kind of freaked me
Huh.
out a little bit.
I thought that ghost might have been telling her, "Come on, a courtesy flush."
Really? No.
Like, "Ooh, Sarah, ooh, I'll turn that on for you."
Ooh-wee.
What's that song? Ooh, that smell. Her house ain't possessed. It's just Sarah.
My house is not possessed.
You know, the longer that I've been in this field, I always thought, it would remain just cryptid, but the spiritual side of this field, it seems like it has affected almost everybody.
Yeah.
It's almost like they should name it, instead of the cryptic field, this should be like the War of the Warlocks or something. It's like my Ouija board's tougher than yours,
White gorilla.
the white gorillas, because we was looking up a thing, and there was a tribe a long time ago that were the white gorillas, and these people were into like levitation.
Oh, yeah.
Like they invited spirits into them
Mhm.
and would prophesize and stuff, and I was like, no.
Yeah.
I quit reading about them whenever I found that.
Yeah, Sarah said, I'm not
Yeah.
studying that.
Nope.
She said that's
Yeah,
too much.
that's scary.
It was a
Agreed.
tribe that was actually wasn't even discovered, but was discovered on accident. They weren't even known to still exist, and they actually still eat their own people.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever their people die, instead of burying you, they have a party and they cook you.
Ooh. That's
That's
disgusting.
Look at that.
Getting cool.
That's
Bye,
one
Sarah.
funeral you don't want to go to for sure.
That's like a steakhouse.
I go to steakhouse.
Not on that.
I just go to steakhouse.
Ugh. But yeah, there's still a lot of evil going around today, and they hide it right in front of us by their tricks and how they name it and stuff like that. Cuba, like what Cubot said, a lot of them have mad cow disease too.
Right.
We better do a roll call tonight so we can welcome all of our guests. I think we might even have some new ones. There's a new insight. I think that might be a newer one. Welcome to the show tonight. Try to throw you up there if I can. I'll try to throw everybody up there if my computer will work with me.
Hey Tracy, how are you?
Look at this.
What? Yep. Norma.
Yeah, my computer's trying to. I'll grab. Remember, new insight. We got to throw him up.
Okay.
Hello, Norma. Good to see you. And she says she does not want the recipe.
Let's see what we got.
What's going on?
I am so sorry. There you go.
We got Qbots in the house. We got Tracy,
Hello, Connie.
Hello.
Connie.
Keith.
I wonder what the little
Ow.
creature was that would open its mouth. There's Keith.
Scott.
Scotty B is in the house. And my
Beam us
computer,
up,
there's
Scott.
new insights on. I'm thinking Dogman or Not Real Intelligent. Perhaps that sloth thing was leading it. Maybe was the smarter of the two. Hello, Connie.
Hey, Jamie.
Hello.
Jamie. Margie.
Hi, Margie.
Got a lot of new names in there tonight.
Yeah.
Guys, I don't know if y'all looked, but our Facebook subscribers this week
That one's new and that one's new.
was really, really, really high. Really high. Hello, Corrine.
Hi, Romans.
Hi, Lisa.
We got Romans,
Hi, Lisa.
Candace. We got Lisa.
Tanisha.
But,
Did you
we-
say Tanisha?
Did we do Tanisha?
I don't think so. I haven't seen that one yet.
We will get Tanisha. There's a new one, I think, isn't it? Nope.
No, that's
There's
Tanisha.
Tanisha. There it is. Attraction Power.
I think that one's been in here before.
I think Chris is a new one.
Hey, Chris. How are you?
Hello.
Got a lot of new people in there tonight.
Awesome.
Wendy.
Hello.
Uh,
Tanisha said, I'm not new.
no, Tanisha's not new. She's been here a while.
Yeah.
Aussie?
I think Aussie's a new one.
Mm-hmm.
It's great to see all you new people in here.
That's exactly right, too, Aussie. Never follow somebody home with bad intentions if they're armed. That could end up a bad night for you.
Well,
It may end up a night of regrets. Let's see, what do we got to start out tonight with?
lay it on us.
We want to keep Red Tick Hound in our prayers. We haven't seen him in a while, so we want to keep him in our prayers. I don't think he's been on the last two,
I don't think so.
so
Yeah.
definitely want to keep him in our prayers. Don't forget to check out our new channel, AI Seeking the Truth. It's growing really fast. We've been putting out some content over there.
Oh.
It's a little different content.
He's not new.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I got that too. New insight. That was really interesting. I read that. That really gets you to thinking.
This channel was made Michael Blackwell before.
Yeah, he sent me a really neat thing that he sent me too. I read it today. There's Qbot. She's man, my chat is like
It's rolling.
I don't know what's wrong with it. But yeah, don't forget to check out our new channel over there. It's AI Seeking the Truth. And we're over 200 now and growing really fast. So if you want to be one of the first ones to be in that channel, I have a feeling it's not going to be too long. We're going to be able to start doing lives over there. We have to meet a certain criteria to be able to have a live. But I don't think it's going to take us long over there.
Nope.
It's building pretty fast.
Hope to see everybody over there on that one too.
Oh, yeah. And also our Wide Open Adventures channel. We're kicking a lot of ideas around about that channel. Not real sure what we're going to do. It's kind of one of those channels that's just kind of been hung out there. We kind of have a way that we're going to go with it, and then we kind of get blocked and then have to reroute it. And it's just kind of I'm not real sure what we're doing with it right now.
It's just a channel that can be anything. Wide Open Adventures.
Yeah, I mean, eventually I'm hoping to get more straight-laced on it, I guess, and get more of an idea of where I want to take it. Because, I mean, it's hard right now not knowing where you're going to take it and then trying to build content on it. Because I don't want to go one direction and then there not be anything that direction for everybody, you know?
Yep.
So, we also have Patreon, and you can become a YouTube member. And with doing that, you will get extra content. You will get videos. You'll get some of our meetings that we have. You will get photographs, our videos, and you'll get special content videos. That's for Patreon and the YouTube members. They both all receive the same thing. We make sure that everybody gets the same. Let's see. And then I want to thank everybody for the support that they've been given for Hunter. It's making a huge difference. That is in the works right now. And I'm hoping, let's see, this is the 17th. I hope next Monday we should be able to give an update. There's going to be some things happen within the next week that should give me a little more leeway and been able to at least give you all some updates. And we may even have a special guest after Monday. I'm thinking it may be very possible. So we're going to stay hopeful for that.
Yes.
Thank you, Tanisha. We're glad to have you there.
That is my goal, anyways. And it sounds like we may have a special guest that may drop in.
Maybe.
I'll be going.
Anita and Herbert.
Hey, Herbert.
Hello.
There's Herbert. I talked to him today on the under the videos. I do get to do something for the first thing. For my first time, the 28th, I will get to go to the airport for the first time. I got a person coming in to see me and assist me with some things that I'm very thankful for. And I wasn't expecting this person to do what they're doing, but they're flying in and we'll be doing the right thing on the 28th. And we're going to spend a little time together and we may even do a little collaboration.
Oh.
So-
I like how you do that. Cool.
Yeah, it's going to be a big surprise to everybody who's flying in. They decided they wanted to help, so we're very appreciative of that. I can't talk much more about that.
Nope.
Like I said, our Wide Open Adventures channel, that's really a channel, guys, that I'm really wanting to push and launch right now. You know, the cooking, I like doing the cooking. The cooking's fun, but I want to expand beyond that. That's only going to take us so far. I want to take it more to kind of a documentary of our life. I mean, a lot of people out there think that, you know, there's rumors going around that these people, you know, we don't work. And I think that if they was to see us a day on the farm, they would see that there's a lot more to it than what everybody sees. And it will give everybody a chance to get to know us more in every day, what we're doing.
On
And
a personal basis.
yeah, more personal. Like Kaylee, you know, y'all can watch her sit and sit and sit. And not really.
Guarantee you'll see me run.
You'll watch Sarah do her running in the afternoons. She runs her 5 miles.
Yep. So I keep up with the game.
Then we're going to hopefully on the farm. I know everybody wanted us to start growing the farm with animals and stuff. That's one of my goals. We don't know for sure. That's just kind of one of the ways we've looked at going. And I know a lot of people were excited about that, watching the farm grow, getting to name the animals, getting to see the animals, watching Sarah go out and fight my emu.
I will not.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, I will not
He
mess
just
with
wants
that
a hug.
thing.
She's scared of the emu,
Nope.
but that'll be
know.
funny. But that's
Well,
just
they'll
kind of
peck
one of
your
the things.
eyes out. I mean, they're right eye level. They could peck your eyes out.
Well, Mom was telling me because she was talking about him. She's like, "Well, them things will be as tall as you are." I'm like,
Yeah.
gonna be like an ostrich, and I cannot stand to go near their exhibit, even when we go to the zoo. I don't like big birds.
I wonder if you can eat their eggs.
I
Yes,
think so.
you can. Yeah, you can.
I think their eggs are pretty expensive, though, aren't they?
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah, because they're huge.
Yeah, I was
Maybe.
thinking, like, how much was it?
The one that I've seen for like one that you could hatch out yourself was like $75.
Yeah, like $75 an egg. But hey, that's nothing. Ostriches, they can be up to $1,500 an
Mhm.
egg.
Yeah, I know. You see,
Yeah.
I've seen people eat those things.
Ostriches?
No, eat their eggs.
Oh, so what she been watching?
People eat
Eat
eggs.
their
No.
eggs. They're
Tonight we're having kangaroo and
want to.
ostrich.
they're like this big,
Yeah.
and that chick just like poured it. all
Seriously.
over them.
I do want to try that though, an ostrich egg.
Hey Sarah, throw another dingo on the Barbie.
Ooh, no.
Well, they say like an ostrich egg is equivalent to like 22 chicken eggs.
Yeah,
Well, I'm sure around here you get
Yeah.
8.
like you.
Probably a couple of them.
I eat the egg.
You ever seen her eat eggs?
Yep. You ever see me eat
You
eggs?
better be fast.
I bet I can out eat somebody in some eggs.
Kaylee eats so fast her fort sparks. She eats as fast as she prays. I just say amen and hope that she didn't say nothing bad. I don't know what I'm praying for half the time. But, well, amen it.
Wait, what'd you say?
I'm waiting for Sarah to start interpreting.
No. Well, last night I did because we were all around the dinner table and they were like asking the blessing, and it was Kaylee's turn, and she's over there, and she just started, just going at it. And then all you heard was "good night, amen." I was like, okay, I amen to the good night because I didn't know what else was being said.
And we've learned it on YouTube right now. You better be careful what you come in agreement with.
Dying.
I can't understand her.
Uh-uh.
All I know is that amen, let's eat. That's all I amen is eating.
Well, I got the good night part. Let us all have a good night, and then the amen. Then I was like, okay, I amen that. Let's have a good night.
Oh, like have tears.
Yep. Oh, I don't know. It's just oh man, he's having fried chicken. That's one of my
Oh,
favorite
yeah.
things.
Fried chicken.
Ooh.
I love fried chicken. We
Okay.
that's one of Hunter's favorite things too is to go to Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Mom's fried chicken.
It's good.
Nan's fried chicken.
That's what I said. Mm-hmm.
All right.
Why are we talking about?
Well, we was talking about. I guess it's speed praying. That's probably a new thing.
Hey, as long as God knows what I'm saying, we're good.
Scott said
We're
the
good.
dingo ate me,
I'd
baby.
like to know. Slow down. Breathe.
To me, I'm talking slow, but to
No.
y'all, it's Nan says I talk in tongues, so I guess.
Yep.
Talking something. I'm just careful when I amen it.
Hey, you should see his eyes. That's why he's like.
He was
Amen.
looking.
Well, yeah.
No, after.
Oh.
I don't
after
close my eyes because I can't understand it.
He looked at you, then he looked at me. And he goes, "Amen."
Oh. All right. Well, I guess everybody came in here to talk about cryptids. That's usually why they show up. I got a few things to talk about tonight. Tomorrow, if everything goes well, and Scott's going to be busy, so we want Scott on it with us. We're going to be recording a premiere. You probably didn't read the message, did you, in the meeting
I
thing?
did,
Are you coming?
maybe.
Sarah may be there. 2:00 tomorrow is what we're planning on doing our recording, and then probably release the recording, which will be Monday. But there's a caveat to it. It's only going to be available to the Patreon members and YouTube members at first, and then eventually it will be released to everybody. We always release everything to everybody. There's nothing. It's just they get a, I guess, a look at it before everybody.
They
else.
get VIP.
They get a PIV, she said.
VIP.
So
Do you just do it at random?
they get some kind of initials on it, and they'll get to see it first.
Do you just release it at random, or do you have a set time length?
ZXY.
Okay.
probably release it Monday at a.
No, I mean after the VIPs get it.
Me and Brooks has been talking about that. I think that's going to be part of the meeting that we're going to have. That we're going to also release to the members. I was thinking, didn't we say like 3 to 4 weeks or something like that?
Yeah.
Start dropping the
That'd
content.
be good.
We thought something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Which is easy because the Patreon and the YouTube memberships right now, they do get first look at everything, and then it's easy for me to go in and just switch it over and then drop it to everybody else. So we'll probably be doing that.
Yeah.
Hopefully, some boots on the ground is going to be coming up really soon. That's one of the things we're really pushing right now. We just had a lot of things going on, and I finally got a hold of a guy that can get things done, and we should be back out and in the field. So, the topic of tonight: why do these creatures follow us home? I've noticed a lot of the videos we've been talking about this week involved creatures following people home. And I know that's how it started at my granny's house. It was over just a spook hunt that ended up in an encounter that ended up following them home, that ended up just transpiring into more and more stuff.
Yeah.
So I do want to, it's kind of been a question I've had too, is why would they follow you home? Mike, you can make boots on the ground continue on wild adventures.
Wide open image.
Oh, wide open adventures. Oh, we definitely will be doing some of that over there too.
Fishing.
Yeah, fishing and collecting stuff and stuff like that, shells, and doing our walks and stuff. But one of my questions is, do they follow you home because they're out to hurt you? Do you think they're following you home to hurt you? Or do you think they're following you home, because they're intrigued by you? What is the reason for them to leave where they're at and to follow you home?
I think it has to do with like imprinting. I don't know. Like some of it, they have like certain smells that they're attracted to. And then some of them will imprint on the people that they like, or it could be just a single female that they imprint on if it's a male, and things like that. And they're curious.
Yeah, and if they imprint, they're gonna want to get close and stalk, kind of,
Yeah.
and see what you're doing, see what your routine is. That's why you gotta be careful with your routine. You gotta mix it up a little bit.
So what did you call that? Because they imprint on you, and then they want to like mate with you.
Yeah,
Or
I think
maybe not.
I think they uh like the women if it's a male creature.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, with a male, I think it's kind of like that alpha
They
thing.
stalk you and like learn your routines of what you
Oh
do.
yeah, that's female
Mhm.
mostly, but male, I don't think they have that infatuation with the male because I think that's like
Right.
the alpha thing.
And another thing that I also wondered is, are the ones that follow you home? Just one of my theories is I would think that a majority of them would be juveniles.
Mhm.
I think you're getting a lot of the juveniles that are following people home, probably more than the older ones.
Probably because it's medium.
I think that would be if it's the juveniles, it's more out of curiosity.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
I mean, they're trying to figure out what we are.
Right.
Yeah.
With land development right now and everything going on, they're getting more and more human contact than what they're used to also. And I
Mhm.
think that might be what's raising the encounters, is because used to, they were left alone down there. They had the bottoms to themselves, and now we're growing and we're building houses in places we wasn't normally building houses.
Mm-hmm.
So we're starting to kind of come in onto their ground, and I think they are kind of somewhat territorial.
Mhm.
Uh,
I think the Bigfoots are intelligent too.
oh yeah,
I mean, because like you said, the people going around building houses, like deeper in the woods, like closer to where they are, they're probably hiding out in the tree line watching the builders, and this is why we're seeing more of these like man-made shacks that are down deep in the woods because they're building them a place to live for them and their young and things like that.
right. Margie thinks what followed my mom home was trying to imprint on her. And the weird thing is when it followed her home though, it's like it started bothering everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I don't know. I think it's weird that they do that. Uh, but also it's kind of scary because a lot of people, some people have accidental encounters, and even though it's accidental, it still follows them home. So it don't matter if you're looking for it or not. It if you see one, there's a good chance that it's probably going to follow you home.
I think that's where its
Yeah.
infatuation and the scent comes into play
Yeah,
with that
juvenile,
person.
because they're new to it all.
Mhm.
This
Yeah.
thing's going to make me mad.
It's Rose. Eat breath.
Clickety clickety.
Oh, I'm trying to catch there. I see things that I'm wanting to throw up, and when I click on it, it's like it's gone. It's not even.
There you
Well,
go.
Cindy Rose had a question earlier. She asked, "Do you think these cryptids make other creatures slaves?"
Um, I think that there's a possibility that they would kidnap a woman or a child and maybe raise them with them, possibly. Uh,
But what about
you
other
know,
animals? Or even maybe like a Bigfoot take a dog man and make it its slave or
I don't think so.
No,
Not with a dog man, but I think that it is possible that they may have like a coon as a pet or a baby possum or
right.
even deer, because deer that familiarize themselves with people and they'll come up to you and let you feed them and pet them. And
Hmm.
of course, they're all raised in the wild together, so they're all going to be used to seeing each other. Uh,
Yeah.
I think it might be possible that they may do that. I don't know if they would, but then again, I don't know if they would do that because of the food they would be competing with.
Right.
I don't know. I kind of think that they wouldn't. keep one as like a slave or a pet.
or maybe keep one for food.
No, they could do that.
I mean, because humans kind of do the same thing. We raise rabbits and stuff, and they feed them and take care of them and pet them, and then one day they eat them. So I mean,
Yeah.
they may do the same thing.
Why do you have to make it sound like that? Terrible.
That's what
Yeah,
they do.
can't do that.
And then
Like farmers, they go out every morning, feed the livestock, and you end up eating them.
I couldn't do that if I played with it, like pet it and
Yeah.
stuff. I just have to feed it and leave.
I would not have someone else feed it because even if I fed it, I'd still get attacked.
If I just took the food out and just dumped it to him, I'd be all right.
No,
But if
because
I
I
had
can
to
still
bottle
see
feed
it.
it,
And you know what? That might be a lot of the reasons that they do follow people home is because they do have animals that they feed outside, and that would be easy food. I know at my granny's, they used to eat the scraps.
Yeah, but they never
Right.
bothered the animals.
yeah, and people put out corn for deer.
Right. Oh yeah, I mean like corn feeders,
Mhm.
that would be like great places to find food. And you got cow feed left out all night, salt blocks, mineral blocks.
Right.
See what they put.
I mean, there's all kinds of
Oh, I do.
things out there because
my mind.
I mean if their bodies are like ours, then they require salt and everything else, to be able to survive. And salt would be hard to find in the wild, so that they would have to, like salt blocks would be the perfect thing.
Yeah, and then they get their minerals too.
Scott said Mike would make a great pet.
Yes, he would have. He would have blended right in.
Uh,
Buffet.
I'm great,
Herbert.
Linda.
what did he say, buffet?
They've also said that
Buffet.
there's been like strange encounters seen at dump sites, like where the trash men take the compost from everybody,
Right.
that they see certain things out there. And I could understand that because they're probably getting like, if somebody threw out a bad can of food or leftover something like that, they probably go out there and stockpile it and take it back to wherever they are to eat later.
Right. I don't know.
Attraction Power says, yeah, I've heard there is a dogman werewolf species that almost get as big as a Sasquatch, so who knows who really runs things. And yep, lots of reports of packs of dogmen.
Yeah.
I think that they may possibly fight each other, but I don't think it's as much as what people think. If you're in the wild, one little cut could be the death of you. And I think that they're real cautious to what they fight and what they eat, because they're always going to take the weakest animal, the easiest. Because, I mean, you don't want to go out there and fight something that's going to hurt you. And then later on, you run across a dog man, if you're a Sasquatch, and he says, oh, he's injured. Easy food.
I don't
Right.
I don't think that they work together like that.
Who do you think's more aggressive? Werewolf
I think
or
the-
dog man?
I think they're the same thing,
Well, I think it depends on
don't you?
the spirit that inhabits them.
Well, because you hear people have encounters with Bigfoot, and then some will say, well, he just looked at me and then walked away. And others will say that he had a bluff charge at him. But then you really never hear someone that dogman almost attacked me or.
I think a dogman and a Sasquatch are both have the same spirit in them, the
Yeah.
Nephilim. And I
Yeah.
believe that it just depends on the nature of the spirit. If it's one that believes that it's redeemable and it's trying to get redeemed, then you're probably not going to have as much of an aggressive one. But then you find the one that is glad that he fell, that he does, he's proud of his rebellion and he hates humans, then he's probably going to slaughter you. They're going to find you
Yeah.
up in the trees and spread out through the yard and everything.
Here's a question for you. Do you believe that a dogman and a werewolf are the same thing? Or do you think they're separate?
You're going to get me in trouble.
No.
I do not believe in the transformation of the werewolf. I believe that the werewolf is always a werewolf and a dogman is always a dogman.
Okay, yeah. I should make sure.
Did you say a dog man and a werewolf the same thing, or a Bigfoot and a dog man?
Like, does he believe that the werewolf and a dog man are the
Oh,
same
okay. I thought you said Bigfoot for a second.
What do you think, Brooks?
I think they're two different ones. It's kind of like, well, the werewolf people think that the person transforms after being bit, right?
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
If that's possible. But could they just be like, one's a German Shepherd and the other one's a Great Dane? Just a different type of them. Same,
Right.
I don't know.
The Indians that I spoke to, they don't believe in dogman and werewolf. They believe that they're all an upright canine. They said that even Bigfoot is the same thing as them. They're just they're a different breed of the same species.
Right.
That's what they believe. They were pretty adamant on that too. Um, Again, it falls down to the spirit that inhabits the body. What kind of spirit?
Mhm.
But I
Don't
think.
throw it up.
But I don't think. I don't think you're going to have the full transformation. I don't believe our bodies are genetically capable of a complete transformation. I believe there
I
is
don't either.
a transformation. Like, a demon possessed person can look different. They can twist around their facial expression. But I believe there's a limit to what the human body can do.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I don't think you can go from an upright person to a canine. I don't see that happen. I may be wrong. This is just my theory, guys. Just my opinion. I
Yeah.
don't think that could happen just based on the human anatomy. There would have to be a huge transform. I mean, you would have to have larger ligaments, bigger bones, different joint. It would just be, I think, too much to go that far. I don't think it would. I don't think so. I think probably what happened a long time ago when people had the werewolf encounters is I think probably in their villages, and people have to remember, in the villages back then, they didn't have street lights like we do. Uh, they had lanterns that were hung in the streets. So their lighting and stuff was not as good as what we have. So you end up with, say, a dog man comes through. Let's just call him an upright canine for right now. Just any of those groups, Sasquatch, dog man, where one of those come through and say they find this village out in the middle of nowhere, and they're like, okay, I'm going to hang out here for a while because it's a small village. They're in the middle of nowhere. They have a bunch of kids. There's a bunch of women. So there's a lot of opportunity for me to snatch an easy meal.
Yeah.
So they start eating at people, right? So at nighttime, this little kid, say he's outside playing, he comes up missing. And then this kid is found the next morning because he goes missing out in the woods and he's been consumed by this creature that has too big of a bite to be anything that any of the hunters in the village would know. Your hunters are going to know, what bite marks are what and what footsteps are what. So then everybody starts saying, okay, it might have been a bear. It might have been, but then as time goes on, people start seeing things. Like, Miss Ruth down the road, she says she was, going out to get her laundry. She seen an upright, large dog. And then the other neighbor says, hey, last night I heard growling at the window. And then this other guy says, well, I saw it in the chicken house. So then you have a bunch of people saying that they're seeing something that is supernatural. So then here comes the werewolf theory. Well, let's say old Raymond that lives down the road, let's say he's a little weird, a little off, and he doesn't really visit with everybody. Say he has, maybe a mental disorder or something. So while he's out, one of the little girls or one of the people that was killed, say he finds a necklace or a ring or anything like that. It's shiny. And it attracts him, so he picks it up, puts it in his pocket, and he takes it home. Well, say a neighbor goes over to mow his yard, and they're in there, and they look over on the table, and there's the ring. Oh my God, Raymond's the werewolf.
Mm.
Because he doesn't talk to nobody. He's he's recluse. So
Right.
everybody starts looking at Raymond. He's the weird guy. So then what do people do at that point? What normally would happen to those people?
Killed.
Yeah, they burn them at the stake
Mhm.
or take them, and you're laying in bed at night, and the next thing you know, you look out your window and there's a mob out there with pitchforks and fire,
Torches.
and they kill him. Well, the next night, another lady gets slaughtered, and they're like, okay,
Yeah.
that don't make no sense. So they're all at the town meeting trying to figure out what's going on, and Mary comes out and she says, well, I heard growling at my house last night too, but also blah blah. But somebody notices Mary has a dog bite on her arm. Her dog bit her. So then everybody says, well, Mary's got to be the werewolf now. I bet old Raymond bit her.
Oh Lord.
So they go get Mary and they burn her. And by
Right.
the
It's
time
like
they get through killing half the town, this creature's moved on, and then they believe they've finally killed the werewolf.
yeah,
Huh.
just like the Salem witches, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's a witch.
Yeah. I mean, if you even would have, if they would have caught you praying over a sick person, you were getting burnt.
Yeah.
That person's, using black magic.
Yeah.
Margie says, I've not heard of any stories about the dogman kidnapping any women to mate with, like the stories of women being kidnapped with Bigfoot. And see, Margie, that's another thing that we have to really, really, really throw them up if I miss any.
Okay.
That we really have to look at too is there's a lot we don't know. We have to be careful when we listen to the self-proclaimed experts because we really don't know a whole lot about these creatures. A lot of these missing children that go missing, a lot of the hunters that go missing, they may actually be abducted. And, the women, what's that movie? Bone Tomahawk. You ain't watched it yet, have
No.
you? They could take the women to like an underground cave, and they put sticks in their eyes and broke their legs and would mate with them and get them pregnant, and they would have their child,
Yeah, I
Oh, then
remember
they
you
would eat
saying
'em.
that.
and then they would eat them.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So I mean, but it was a process that they would do over and over and over and over. I think there's a lot about these that we don't know, and there's also going to be a lot that higher people know than us that are not going to release the information that they do know about these creatures.
That's true.
Because if they go out there in the woods, say a lady lost her son, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or let's say her daughter. Let's say she lost her 15-year-old daughter, and they go out and they do a search for her, and they end up finding her, right? And say she's like some of the cases that we've looked at that we know has really happened. She was partially consumed. Okay, if she would have been assaulted by one of these creatures, they're not going to come back and tell the parents that.
Mm-mm.
All they're going to tell the parents is she was killed by a wild animal.
Mm-hmm.
And they're probably going to put out a beware of cougar, mountain lion, or bear thing, and they're going to send in a military or whatever, and they're going to take care of the problem. And the next thing you know, on the 6 o'clock news, there's a huge bear laying on the back of a game warden's tailgate, and we took care of the situation. The bear probably came from a local zoo, but they needed something to show everybody that we took care of the problem.
So everybody feels safe to go back out there.
Right, and the bear may not even be dead; it might be tranquilized.
Mm-hmm.
All they
Right.
need is that photo op to be
Yeah.
able to spin the narrative.
Well, yeah. Did you hear about the coyotes that bit? Well, they said a coyote bit 3 kids in Arlington, Texas, around Dallas.
I haven't
That
heard
was
that one.
Yeah, that was the last few days. It was at a park. But there was a whole bunch of coyotes, and they went in, and the first kid that got bit, they didn't notify anybody. So the other kids, parents kept taking their other, their kids, and then 2 more kids got bit, And then they come back and said, well, we closed the park. And then a day or two later, well, we captured a coyote and they took it in and killed it and said, well, it doesn't have rabies, but this has got to be the one. But then they show a film of more coyotes running around. How do they
Look
know that one's the one?
Well, look what they did with the little McNeilus case. The the grandmother picks up a small dog that they find, and they've had this small dog for a while. It's never been aggressive. It's not food aggressive. The kids play with it. They said it was a very loving dog. And the little boy runs up to the window, and I got to throw this in there because it is true. On the first full moon of the hunter's moon, he runs up to the window, and the mom allegedly yells out the window and tells the son, "Okay, get ready to come in and eat. Supper's almost done." Supper gets done within 10 to 15 minutes. They go outside to try to locate the child, and they have what I would have called a small backyard. They take 30 minutes trying to find the kid in the backyard, okay? And this is the police report. They were unable to find the child in the backyard. So the next course of action, which 30 minutes later, they call the 911. The sheriff department shows up, police department, and the child is found in the backyard. But the child is partially consumed, decapitated, and organs are missing.
Mm-hmm.
So I made a phone call. That's probably about 3 days later, and spoke to the father directly. And the father is talking to me, and he's like, "Well, they said it was the little dog." And I'm like, "Do you think it was the little dog?" And he's like, "Well, no, I don't think it was the little dog because we've been hearing weird noises around the house at night, weird howls and stuff, and the neighbors have been hearing it. And there's a dog kennel across the road, and those dogs have been going crazy." And he's like, "I don't think it was that." And then he says, "Well, he actually wasn't found in the backyard." Because I said, "It took y'all 30 minutes to look in the backyard before you couldn't find him." He's like, "Well, he actually wasn't in the backyard. They found him over at the pond in the middle of the field, propped up with his head underneath his arm, partially eaten with his throat missing. Parts of his throat was missing and internal organs. But they brought the body back to the backyard before they let the actual first responders in to see it and said the body was found in the backyard." That was what he told me.
Right.
And then later on, that was on, I think it was on a Thursday, if I remember right. It's been a while. That Friday, they picked up the dog. They had the dog in the custody of animal control. They were told, do not collect DNA samples, do not swab the dog, and do not do a necropsy on the dog. Destroy the dog by fire was the order.
Mm-hmm.
So the dog was never tested, never checked, and he was burnt.
That's horrible.
Next night, I get a phone call from the neighbor because I had spoke with the neighbor also. And this is what she says. "We've had a helicopter flying around with the spotlight on, shooting automatic gunfire from the helicopter." She said, "We called, turned it into the sheriff's department, and they told us don't worry about it. It's the military doing live fire drills." The military doesn't do live fire drills over civilian property.
No.
So, there's a cover up whenever you have the dad himself telling you, "My son's body was." But then, in another little town, there's a little girl and her mom. They go into the garage, right? So they have animals in the garage, and then they have their dogs out back. So the mom said it was normal routine. She tells the little girl, "Go feed the dogs, in the backyard." So little girl goes to the backyard. She's feeding the dogs or whatever. She hears the little girl scream. So the mom runs to the backyard. The little girl's laying there. Whatever this was, its mouth was large enough, and this is the incident report from the hospital. The mouth was large enough that it bit down to almost the center of her sternum and covered down below her shoulder, and had enough bite force that it pulled the tendons and the shoulder out of socket.
Mm.
The doctor himself wrote in the report he compared the bite to that of a great white shark.
Wow.
The teeth, the size,
Wow.
everything. So the mom
Wow.
is in the hospital. So here comes, the guys in the suits to interview the little girl. They don't allow the mother in the interview, which is total not protocol. You're always supposed
Yeah.
to have a parent with the child. And whenever they
Mhm.
get done talking to the little girl all of a sudden goes from she saw a monster running on two legs with a big bushy tail to it was a coyote.
Right.
And the doctor even said there's no way it could have been a coyote because a coyote doesn't have
Mhm.
that. I can't remember the teeth count. There was a teeth count. I don't remember, but the amount of teeth was more than any animal we know has, and it was in comparison of like a shark bite. Well, the mother, when they get home, she starts telling everybody in her cul-de-sac, hey, there's a monster out here. Watch your kids, don't let your kids outside. The police show up at her door again.
Uh-oh.
The old police knock, and they say, you got to stop going around telling people about this monster because if you continue to do it, we're going to have to arrest you for inciting violence because they said
Yeah.
she was causing panic.
Yeah. Came to tell her to shut up.
Yeah,
Yep.
don't be talking about them
I'm
werewolves.
gonna have to go wash my hand because the cat jumped up here on me.
I mean,
No, I'm gonna go use water.
They know they know what's out there, I believe.
right. Yeah, like what Herbert says, a land shark.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Connie. Connie says that scared her. She said, "Damn, that scared me."
There's
Uh,
not Bigfoot behind me, Scott. I'm not gonna run. My dog's not barking. Okay.
Long time cause trouble.
Kaylee says Scott's trying to cause trouble,
Yeah, he is.
but that little girl she survived, but they were warned not to do it. Let's see this. This is what we're dealing with right now. She's biting us.
That's your little
Look at
cryptid,
her.
huh?
Watch. Now she's gonna do it now.
She's a land shark.
Yep, that's the land shark. We have one. The first cryptid on camera happened on Abnormal Investigations tonight. But there was another question that I was asked, and I want to answer your question. They said, Mike, do you believe that the transformation isn't real? That it's I believe that they do not go through the full transformation. I believe that there could be a slight transformation with the possession of a demon in the body, but I still believe that the body has its limitations. They might have superhuman strength, be stronger, than a normal person, but I don't believe that they can do the movie, transformation of the movies. I don't believe that's possible.
All of a sudden pop out hair all over your body, and yeah.
Right.
I mean, the jaws would have to completely transform, grow teeth. I mean, you really think about it.
Right. And I mean, just think of all the things in the body that would have to be able to do that simultaneously.
Mhm.
I don't see that happening. Hop on in there, Sarah.
I'm back. I had to go wash my hands.
What do you think?
I didn't hear the rest of it. I couldn't. I had to go wash my hands or I'd start breaking out.
Do you believe the transformation of the werewolf? What do you think?
I don't know. I think it's odd. 'Cause I don't think things can shapeshift like that. Do you?
No.
I don't see that happening.
What do you think, Kaylee?
I kind of think the dogman and the werewolf are one and the same.
Yeah. I don't think they can change like
Yeah, I know she bit my toe
I
bad.
know she's biting me right now.
Uh-oh.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Janice.
Janice.
Thank you, Janice.
Yeah, I don't think that they can transform from human to
Yeah.
dog.
And God bless you too, Janice, for
That's
that.
just my
God bless
opinion,
you.
though. I just
Yeah.
think they're one and the same.
The only thing that would even, I think, give a good argument is people say some of them have human legs and some of them have like the dog legs. But then, if you wanted to argue that, we know that every species was altered, was messed with.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
maybe the dog one is the dog one that was messed with, and maybe the human one was a human that was messed with.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a lot that we don't know about that.
Right.
I'd have to read more about it, but that's just my opinion right now.
What do you think, Miss Brooks?
Well, yeah, I think that the DNA has been messed with for sure. No doubt. I think it's been messed
Right.
with in all species trying to mix human. I mean, we've all heard the horror stories.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm not saying that a possessed person won't have different characteristics.
Right.
You know, maybe
Yeah.
a jaw that protrudes a little more, or the eyes, look crazy, or their body demeanor changes, or something like that.
Right.
They start walking all hunched
Yeah.
over at you like
Oh,
a
yeah.
cat does.
Mhm.
I know, and some of those that do that, I mean, they can do some funky things like bend over backwards, and
Well, what would you do if somebody come running at you sideways like that cat does, but somebody with their
I'd
back
kick him
hunched?
square in the face. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. I kick you square in the head.
I mean,
I can't handle stuff like that chasing me.
it's
Well, what was it? There's a drug that people take that those people get naked and go completely crazy. And
Yeah.
I mean, they say they don't look human after they take that drug, but they don't. Everything, their characteristics in their face change. But I mean, they're still a human. It's
yes.
like being possessed.
And, yeah, I think they may possess like a superhuman strength.
Right.
Uh, I think that they. I'm gonna have to get this cat and lock her up.
She is biting
She's
hard.
biting me hard. Go on. I want to show y'all something. Look at my hand. I don't know if it's over
Up
here
there.
now. See how tore up my hand is? I don't know if you can see.
Uh-huh.
And
Behind you.
she bites me for no reason.
That's everybody.
She just came out and grabbed hold of my big toe.
That's what she's doing right
Yeah.
now.
Well, you can't play with her and put your hand over her head and her face and go,
Kaylee
she
did that
thinks
to her.
that's the way to play.
Yeah, Kaylee did it. I think we're going to get us a mascot for the channel. We're not sure what we're going to get yet, but we're going to have to get us a mascot, I think.
Like what?
Well, Mom said a cat woman, but I'm not sure she's with us completely tonight. I think she's watching the show too. What'd she say?
She is not.
I think we need like a little like bulldog, English bulldog.
No, we got werewolf.
English
No,
bulldogs.
werewolf's
Man,
retarded.
those things are expensive.
We need a smart one.
She's smarter than
I
you.
don't know.
Well,
A snake.
you can get a parrot and it can sit there on top of your laptop.
Ooh, sit on Sarah's shoulder. You could be the pirate.
I've messed with the parrot. I
Kaylee
teach it to talk.
could have no. That'd be terrible. We'd be demonetized if it listened to Sarah all day. We get Kaylee a snake. She can sit there with a snake around
No
her
way.
neck.
Good.
I know what you can get. You could get a ferret.
I used to have one of them.
So did I.
I'm just gonna stick to my.
Or a
Well,
turtle.
don't get gerbils. My kids
No, I
had
don't like
some
those either.
gerbils. Those stink. And I mean, we
Yeah.
changed that cage every day, and oh, they were awful. We
We
had
used
to
to
give
have
them
guinea
away.
pigs.
I got the perfect one.
What is it?
A goldfish.
A
Yeah,
goldfish.
you sit
There you
behind
go.
in the aquarium.
That's boring.
A goldfish?
you.
Or you can get a beta. Or like a saltwater fish.
I'd be thinking more like some scorpions.
What is wrong with
I ain't
you?
messing with those.
If they sting you,
There's a
you'll
good
die.
idea. Connie said get a baby Bigfoot.
There we
There
go.
you go.
We'll use Kaylee for bait.
Got no more.
That would be great. Scott says I need to get my nails done, maybe pink.
Scott's being ornery tonight, isn't he?
And bring out his eyes. Scott.
I think the emu might be a good one for our Wide Open Adventures channel.
Yeah.
And Sarah could be sitting here with the emu feeding it.
No way.
Yeah. They act like one of those.
I'll feed a baby goat on camera, but I ain't feeding a bird.
They act like a raptor.
Heck no.
Like
It
on,
ain't just
like
big
on
birds.
Jurassic Park.
Nope.
Sarah, it ain't just big birds
I
that
don't-
scare you. You afraid of seagulls.
I'm not a bird person. Them things that fly around your head and stuff, just not the thing.
She was running for cover.
Here's the next part I got for you guys. And if I miss anything, Sarah, throw people up because people's going to get mad at me because I'm missing a lot of chat.
Okay.
I get in trouble in my emails when I do that. Smile, Kaylee. Look at the camera. We're going to get in trouble. I've already been through this week.
Let somebody tell me to smile. 'Cause I
Well,
smile all the time.
Kaylee about caused a war all on her own, just sitting there not doing nothing. I had to take care of that.
I'm doing some.
I'm just being facetious.
Phoenicia.
Yeah, I make up my own words. People get mad at that too, so I'm being facetious.
I'm doing my job.
I just do whatever I want.
Sit here looking pretty.
So, do you guys believe
Nope.
that they hitchhike home with us on our vehicles, or do you believe that they mark our vehicles with a scent?
I believe it goes both ways.
I think maybe both. What I mean, Sarah had something jump on top of her vehicle.
Yeah. Oh, and we have that picture of it
Mhm.
in the beginning where we play the intro, guys. That
Mhm.
is whatever that is standing beside Kaylee's door. That's the photo of that night.
We've had that, and I bet you get that like weird smell
Yeah.
while you're down there that's close to your car. That's probably a way for them to mark your scent. Like if they're already doing something, they mark their scent on your vehicle to later go back and track it and find where you are.
That cat biting.
I know she's been down there biting me hard
He
too.
went right.
But then I also think, that you have some that do run on top of your car home or at least close to where you are. They probably jump off somewhere because then their scent's already on there.
Right. Well, I found out something I thought was pretty intriguing.
What?
One of the things I fear the most in the wild, a Komodo dragon.
Ugh.
I am probably more afraid of one of those than I am anything.
Oh, is that the thing
Yeah.
that bites you and then follows you until you die?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm more afraid of those than even a snake, and I have a phobia of snakes.
Well, that's
Giant
like saying
lizard.
Sarah's more afraid of a bird than Bigfoot.
But I found out when a Komodo dragon bites you, they can smell you up to 2.5 miles away.
Mm.
Yep.
Yeah, they
Now-
hunt you down. Yeah.
I hate them things.
Mm.
I think that. Did you ever watch? I watched a thing on them. This thing walked up to a deer,
I watched them.
Yeah.
a deer sleeping.
Yep.
And it grabbed that deer and swallowed it whole.
And a monkey.
Without killing
I
it.
ain't watched that one.
Yep.
I ain't watching
Grab the
it either.
monkey.
And
Seriously.
swallowed
Swallowed
it whole.
it whole. I mean, grab that poor little monkey. I mean, just one
They're
bite.
evil. They're evil.
Didn't even kill
Yeah.
the monkey
They just
by the
swallowed
bite.
it.
They just he just swallowed it.
Yeah, they kind of do like a
They did like-
Yep.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Except with the monkey, it was just like a Gone.
See, that's why I hate them things.
We're just gonna get you one for your birthday.
And did you know I was reading about them, and it says that the stuff in their mouth is not a poison or a venom; it's just bacteria. That's what
Yeah.
kills you. It's so much bacteria in their mouth that it causes such a bad blood poisoning that's
Yeah.
what kills you. And it's
Yep.
like you die pretty fast.
Mhm.
But they can smell you up to 2.5 miles away. So the reason I researched them, guys, is if they can smell you 2.5 miles away, what if these creatures, and I'm saying what if because it's just our theory, are Nephilim and their abilities are even larger than theirs at being able to do that. So imagine how far away they could smell what they marked.
Oh, well, I mean, you
Right.
know what? Let's see.
Because we know that their abilities would probably be enhanced.
Mm.
At least 8 miles to that one spot.
And what if their eyesight, what if, like, say they spit on your car? What if their eyesight, when they look at their spit glows?
Ooh.
You know, they're able to mark things.
That
Well,
would be weird.
You know, dogs have scent glands. Oh, I had a dog one time that, gosh, when somebody had come to the door and it startled that dog, oh my gosh, that was awful.
Oh yeah, we had a pug that was like that.
Well, could you
Ugh.
imagine this thing bites you and then you run off and you're getting sick and tired and you know you're going to die and you just look back and you see this thing just
He's gonna. You just
Just-
know that he's just gonna eat you.
whenever you get too tired to fight
They
it,
climb a tree.
it's just going to, they do too.
They climb trees.
Yeah,
Heck yeah, they
Yeah.
do.
like nothing.
Yeah.
They shimmy up them things like no other.
Like fast, like them iguanas in Florida.
Yeah, they're
there's a-
huge lizards. Yeah.
You
they're
ain't getting
horrible.
away from it.
Better make sure your car in your.
You'd be too weak to make it to your car from the bite.
I would try to like
least you would
pass
close your
out or
door.
something.
I think that's one of them times where you would really think about ending your own life.
I think I would. I couldn't. I mean, what if it got you feet first before you died?
Because they're going to just start chomping on you.
I know. It ain't happening.
Mhm.
And if they swallow you alive, you're going to be in their belly alive, getting digested. Because when it swallowed that deer, no, the deer was kicking in its belly
Mhm.
when it swallowed the
If
deer.
it was a zebra too.
You could see it moving
You'll be
in their
No.
belly for a little bit, but you're going to suffer.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I don't even want to think about that. I ain't
Just
going
make
to
sure you
no
got a
place
knife
that
with
has
you.
them.
I think they only have them in one
Yeah.
place, don't they? Like Komodo Island
Yeah,
or something
some
like that.
island. Yeah, I was fixing
Yeah,
to say
I-
it's an island that they're on.
Well, don't go to the island if you do have a
Yeah, I
knife
don't plan on going no island that has giant lizards.
Look at this. Before you get to work, Attraction Power says they weigh 300 to 600 pounds and get 9 to 13 feet long.
Ain't
Ugh.
no way.
They're
That
like
thing's way
mini
bigger than I is.
dinosaurs.
Yeah. Nope.
They said they're in Indonesia.
Ain't happening. I ain't going to Indonesia.
Scott said, Mike, don't ever kiss a Komodo dragon in the mouth. It might die.
Well, you'd get away with it.
I think we're fixing to do something to Scott tonight.
Oh, poor Scott. He's on one.
I don't know. I think that I done a story on a lady, and I think me and Sarah actually went there. She was fishing with her other friend, and they were getting ready to leave. And whenever they was getting ready to leave, something either urinated on her in her face and like on the front of her, or it threw urine on her.
Get through urine on her.
Was it? But she didn't know for sure.
Yeah.
It could have just urinated on her. And we went down there, and that makes me think now, did it mark her?
Yeah.
Right.
That's usually how they mark their territory.
Because if she wouldn't have left that night, or if she would have had to walk somewhere that night, she would have been marked.
Right.
Well, imagine us going down there doing boots on the ground and that happened to you.
I would leave because I would know that something was marking me to attack me. I mean,
Man, you walk that long,
Yeah.
go way down there.
well, I mean, if you have to, you're going to shoot your way out of there. I mean, I'm not just
I'd
going to.
jump in the water.
Then why are you afraid of a dragon? Or
I'm not gonna walk out of the
Just
woods with it on
but
me.
it's just the way them things look.
yeah, but you can still shoot it.
But they're
Well,
picture
those,
this.
I think those things swim too, Kaylee.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
picture, this thing is coming. You see it, and this thing is running at you,
Yeah, they move
and
quick.
you can't get away from it. They do this
Yeah.
when they're running, and you can't get
Yeah.
away from it. It runs past you, bites you, and then just runs off and lays down in the shade and watches you
Uh-huh.
because it knows you're going
Mhm.
to get sick and
Then
die.
What would you
Yeah.
do? Let it run at you?
No.
Without shooting it?
I'm going to empty a magazine on it,
Okay.
but I'm not going there, so it don't matter because I would rather go out there without a gun, a knife, or anything and hunt a cryptid than I would ever want to go to that island armed. I wouldn't go there
Oh.
armed.
Well, if you do go there, you better be.
I'm not going to go
No.
because I mean you get a pack of them on you,
You're done. You're just
Yeah.
done.
and they're probably pretty hard to kill.
And they're fast.
Oh, I imagine.
Oh, an alligator.
And you shoot one of them and you get blood out, they're going to go into a frenzy.
I would just hope if you shot one that the other ones would attack the one that you shot.
I don't
For
know
the
if
blood.
I don't know if they would.
I don't
Are
know.
they cannibals?
I don't know if
They
they're I don't
probably
know if they're
are.
cannibalistic or not. Probably.
I would say since they
I
eat
would
other
say-
animals. But no, you're down in the woods and you get urine thrown on you. What are you gonna do?
Amy, they would be very endangered if they was around me. I'm okay with them being extinct.
Yeah, I'm,
I don't-
I'm okay with them being endangered.
I don't know if we
Ugh.
even have a purpose that we even need those things.
Eat people.
Well, God put them here for some reason. I don't know what, but
I would rather go against a crocodile.
They've killed crocodiles.
I'd rather go against a crocodile.
I don't
Yeah.
like crocodiles or
I don't like any
lizards.
reptile besides the
But at least
sea
it's going to drown you and kill you before it eats you.
No.
It's not.
Actually, it'd probably
turtle.
be
It breaks
worse.
you apart.
which
Yeah.
is
No,
the
they drowned
better
No,
death?
they just drowned you. There was a guy the other day, me and Sarah
Let's
watched,
take
didn't
a
we?
poll.
Because what they do,
They do the roll.
yeah,
and then
tell
they
her,
try
didn't we
to-
watch it?
Yes, I know
They,
about
they
it.
grab you
Yeah.
and they twist you and pull you
Yeah.
underwater,
Yeah.
drown you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then they go shove you under a log until you get really soft and
Then they come
mushy.
eat as much as they want of you, and they just.
Yeah.
They make a Kaylee Slurpee.
But honestly, I think if I had to choose
They'd probably choke on her and be all bones.
between like a crocodile or one of the lizard things, I think I'm gonna go with the lizard thing because at least it'd be quicker than a crocodile.
That ain't gonna be quick
Yeah.
because it's gonna stalk you while you're dying.
Well, it ain't gonna take long.
Yeah, it takes a while
I ain't getting ate by no crocodile.
because you're gonna be walking and you're gonna be getting tireder and tireder and tireder, and you're gonna look back because you'll stop because you're sick. You're gonna look back and it's gonna do this. Lay down and watch it.
I know, but
Then when you start walking, it's gonna raise up and start walking.
Okay, you have a gun.
well, yeah,
That thing, then you just start.
but a crocodile, think about it. They're biting you to eat you. A crocodile is like biting you and twisted and like literally ripping your limbs off.
Yeah, at
of
least
you.
I'd bleed to death.
Not fast enough.
If they pull your leg off, it's gonna be fast.
No,
Or your
No.
arm.
I ain't risking it.
I'd go with a crocodile.
I just give that thing my head, and just be like, get it over with.
I would,
Eat my head.
Do
That's
it.
Mouth
Do a
joke.
poll. Would you rather get eaten by a
Yeah.
Komodo
Yeah, here we
dragon
go.
or an alligator or crocodile?
drop,
I'd wrestle it, I guess. I mean, I put the headlock.
drop a 1 if you would rather run into a crocodile at night, or drop a 2 if you'd rather run into a Komodo dragon.
I'll wrestle it. I put it in a headlock. Hey, neither one of them going to eat me. You're my
If you
kid.
had a choice.
What I'm going to do is if they start coming at me, you're
You
going to
get
laugh.
all fours.
I'm going to jump on its back and put him in a chokehold and wrestle it until it wears out.
Mhm.
Hey, choose a crocodile.
Amy said she'd
because if
rather
you
go
get
against
on
the
top of
Komodo dragon.
If you get on top of it, close its mouth, and you hold its mouth closed, it doesn't have enough power to
Yeah,
open
nobody likes that poll.
Yeah. Listen to this. Tanisha says, a croc will kill you before they eat you in most cases. But with the Komodo dragon, you're so tired you cannot move while being eaten alive. That's true.
Ugh.
Yeah, you're practically paralyzed.
Well, then I guess I'll go for the crocodile.
Did you not hear me? Crocodile or alligator, you have more of a chance of surviving because if you happen to get luck and get on top of it and you close its mouth, it does not have enough jaw power to open it. So if you keep that shut, you're good.
I'm big,
you
so
know-
I'll get on that thing's back and hold his
You know
You
jaw
what-
can literally
closed.
hold it like this, like this with one hand, and it can't open it.
Yeah, but you got to get on its back in the
Exactly,
water.
that's what I
I'll
said,
get
if
on
you
its
get
back.
the blood out of it,
Guarantee it.
I'm
I
running.
will.
or
I
get
will.
under it and go.
Oh,
You're riding the crocodile.
Kaylee's got it down.
There, Connie says it was in the car or on top of the car that night.
Yeah. Oh, on my car, it was.
Yeah.
Sorry. It was on top of the car.
It was practically everywhere.
It was on top, and then whenever we got out to see if it was on top, somehow, some way, it went under the car.
Why'd you pour it? In your
Ooh.
cup?
You went under?
No, I didn't go under. It went under. Because Kaylee and I both got out.
I'm not sure that was physical though.
She made me get out.
And then whenever we looked on top of the car, we looked for like prints or anything. There wasn't nothing there. But whenever we got back in the car, you could hear it on the underneath side of the car, like trying to get out from underneath it.
Ooh.
Yeah, they had a pretty interesting night that night.
Yeah, because it was on Halloween
Yeah.
We
night.
really heard it when we got out the first time down there.
I ain't throwing that up, but it's good. Yeah, God Guns and Ammo says that you will die by bacteria. It takes hours
Yeah.
to die.
Well, I guess I'm gonna
Right.
take my chances and wrestle a crocodile.
I'm just gonna
That's locked.
start shooting.
Scott said he don't want to go against me.
You just have to do this. It
Oh.
won't let you use the button for some reason.
I don't know where it went now.
That's what it's been doing to me. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna. But if I had to, it would be that.
Yeah, I think I'll just stay home. Okay.
Yeah.
And and also, do you think the cryptids? Hey, Lori C.
Hey, Lori.
Hello.
Do you think the cryptids? Do they remember our scent? You think the rest of their life? So every time we go in the woods or we go fishing or hunting, do they smell us and they're like, "That's that guy that shot at me last
I
year."
100% like believe that they do.
Yeah.
Think about it, Mom.
Right. What do you think, Kaylee?
Well, I think it's kind of like a dog because a dog being born and it smells something. What? You say if it has. I'm reading too many comments. What?
Yeah, we know. We understand. Yeah. Kaylee's a little lost in the
I
sauce.
think it remembers.
I'm reading too many comments.
You're good. I think they remember my scent
I think they do.
because Mom. I mean, they know whenever she's
Well, I
with
heard
them.
that.
Yeah, like Bigfoot and
That's
everything.
what I was getting at. Okay, you guys.
But then
Lord.
cats are born and they eat milk.
Now my phone is froze.
That's funny.
He
but
done it to me too. It's okay.
but I think they remember our smell.
Yeah.
I do.
We'll
Yeah.
definitely remember yours.
All the older men in the town, they used to say, if you're going down to the bottoms and you want to have an encounter with a cryptid, they used to always tell us that you had better odds if you had a female with you. That most men that did not have a female with them, they did not have,
Done for.
an encounter as much as if you have a female with you. I believe that a female's odor would be an attractant to them, but I was also thinking about it, and a lot of women, they use more scenty things than what a man does. Like, whenever they put their little vanilla spray on and they'll wash their hair in their whatever strawberry lavender scent or whatever. So they're really out there putting off odor into the woods.
Hmm.
And to where, a man, we're not going to be using all that. We're just, we'll wash our hair with Dawn dish soap if it's available.
Yeah, but too, women have the high hormones.
Right.
You know, And I think it, because it varies through the month for
Right.
women. Yeah.
And I think that, I mean, if you go out, right, say you're with a woman, and she, of course, she's going out with her boyfriend that night, so she's going to try to smell all good and everything for him, right? So they go down to the bottoms to where she thinks, she smells good, and you know, but to one of these, we'll call them a being, because I don't like to call them a creature because I think they're very intelligent. So I would say one of these beings smells that. They don't smell that cleanliness, that freshness. They smell an apple, and an apple's food.
And I wear that stuff every time we go out there.
I know.
Wow.
Because they don't, they're not going to think like we do. They're not going to say, like, oh man, she smells good. Vanilla. Oh yeah, she took a bath. She's clean. They're going to be like, man, is that a apple pie with vanilla ice cream? They're going to think food.
I'm not gonna think of an apple pie with ice cream.
But they're going to rationalize that odor with food. What is it?
Look what Tracy said. She'd be a catch and release.
I can't. It won't let me. I don't know what's wrong with my chat. It will not let me go backwards for some reason. We're gonna have to look at that tonight. I mean, and think about this. If it's relating that scent to food,
It ought to have been ate a long time ago.
but look, you're the only one that's been slapped. You've been grabbed, and that night we got growled at.
There's 2 scents that I wear. I wear my fruity scent, and then I wear my Twilight Woods.
I wear a lot.
So I mean, if you think about it, I mean, if you go down there and you're dressing yourself like a Meal on Wheels, I mean,
I guess that's what I'm
I
doing.
mean, yeah.
Golly.
I mean, you have a high chance of getting ate. I mean, that's like, I mean, okay, look at deer hunting. Whenever I deer hunt, right? Well, whenever I deer hunt, I use the old time way. I use water and vanilla extract, and I mix it in a spray bottle, and I spray myself with it, and I spray the bottom of my feet with it. So when you walk in, you leave that scent. And whenever we was sitting in our deer stands that day, it was still early morning. The squirrels had just came out, and we was in before daylight. The deer, we hear them coming up the trail, and they're following the same trail we came in on, and they're sniffing the ground, and they walk right underneath our deer stand and are sniffing up at our feet. They smelt the vanilla and were attracted to it. And the game warden had actually told us that's why we used it. He said, if you use vanilla abstract, they will follow that. They love that smell. And they did. They came right to our stand and we shot her right there. It was easy. I mean, she came right to us. And that's when I was like 16. That was my first deer that I'd ever killed.
Okay.
Yep. Herbert says bacon works good too. But
that freaks me out now because I've always had that on.
I'll have to try, because I've got deer and I got elk in my yard all the time. I'll try putting some vanilla out there.
I wouldn't.
Cindy, that's
Might
scary.
attract something else, Brooke.
I don't think so.
Because
Don't say
I mean,
that.
if you're out there, of course.
I wouldn't do it.
And another thing that I do whenever I'm deer hunting is, you get snack hungry when you're up in the tree or whatever, and you don't want to bring something that's going to scare the deer away. So a lot of times I would take candy with me, and the candy that I would eat, it would be sour apple, Jolly Ranchers, stuff like that gave off the odor of fruit. And we would eat that, and the deer will come right up to you. So imagine if you're a Sasquatch and you wake up in the morning and you're hungry, and all of a sudden you smell this like, ooh, there's some apples, I mean, you're going to go get the apples.
Yeah.
And then you get up there and you're like, dirty, filthy human trying to trick me, wearing food scent. I'll just eat her.
That just freaks me out.
It probably makes them angry.
Well, that's probably like you said why I've been slapped and touched.
Yeah.
They might have
So,
tried to grab. They might have tried to grab me to pull me out there that time and really eat me.
Right.
so if there's somebody you don't like, you can say, "Hey, come on, let's go." And here, put this on.
Try my new perfume.
Taste it.
Yeah. Try my new hand lotion.
Right.
But every time we go, the girls, I don't know why they do it. I mean, they know we're going to the woods, but they always have to fix their hair and spray their body odor spray on and stuff.
Do you really want to know why?
And I'm like, why are you putting that on to go to the woods? I mean,
I cannot. Okay, I have a thing where I cannot be videoed or on
Yeah.
camera without my hair being fixed.
Yeah.
It's just not
Agreed.
happening.
All you do is throw your hat on.
Yeah.
I guess she wants to look good while she gets 8.
Well,
Hey, if they find your body, at least it looks kind of good.
it's just a thing. I don't go anywhere without my hair fixed.
I want
Oh, I don't
Bigfoot to
either.
look at me and go, "Ooh, I'm not eating
That's what happens to me.
I'm not eating that thing."
But I don't like go before I go out.
Well,
Like,
I agree, Sarah. I went to the store one time where I used to live, and I didn't do my hair or my makeup, and I went in there, and this kid was checking out, and there was 2 people in front of me, and he said, "Oh, would y'all let this lady go first? She doesn't look very well." I was going,
Oh,
really?
Jeez. I hardly ever do my makeup or anything like that, but I always do my hair.
Wow. Norma, that's scary. She has something on her car too.
But I don't spray every time I go out on investigation. I spray it
Oh, I
whenever
smell
get
it.
ready for the day.
Why not during the day?
Oh, you can smell it when we go down there because all I smell, it smells like I'm driving an orchard to the to the bottom.
I like to smell good throughout the day. I don't want to be all stinky.
But yeah,
Yeah.
also, I was looking it up, and did you know that women are more likely in the wild to be attacked by animals and to have a fatal outcome?
Huh.
Yep.
Great.
I
Women are
believe
more
that.
likely to be attacked in the wild and to have a fatal outcome than a man.
Why?
I won't.
And I
Because
think
y'all are
that,
wearing tree smells.
well, yeah, I think that's because of the scent. Even if they're not wearing the scent, I think it's the body's natural female hormones.
Right.
Mhm.
Well, I know one thing. I ain't going down without a fight.
Well, you'll be fighting all right for
I
your
will.
life.
I will. I tell you.
I'm gonna be running.
Like I said, I'm
Yeah,
a
but she has the keys, remember?
yeah, but I'm a bigger person, so I'm gonna fight it.
I think if I was scared, I could probably run all the way home.
You could not.
If I was scared,
You run all the way home.
I cut through fields.
You would not.
I would swim.
I've been running through ponds. And
If it looked like you took about 10 5-hour interviews.
I'm just gonna, like I've always said, if it gets a hold of me, I'm gonna
well,
fight it.
hey, look what they said. I mean, look what they said about the Miami Mall incident. They said they had elderly people and heavily obese people that were actually running.
Running.
I run
Yeah.
here.
You know, I mean, if you're scared, you're going to be able to run.
Yeah.
If you trip.
Oh, did you? But speaking of that, did you see that the coordinates to that mall, whether this happened or not, the actual alien thing, that the coordinates to that mall, if they were reversed, would be in Antarctica.
Wow. That's
The
interesting.
exact coordinates. The mall, if you flip the coordinates, it would be Antarctica. Isn't that interesting?
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
That would be scary, wouldn't it?
That would be.
So if that was aliens, did they get the wrong coordinates? Landed at the mall instead of Antarctica, where they say they're there anyway? Interesting.
This don't look like home. This is Dillard's.
Yeah.
Well, They go on an eating frenzy there because they spray that stuff everywhere and they're on
Well,
everybody.
yeah. Bath and Body Works.
They'd be like
Every time you walk by.
buffet. And us Americans, as much as we eat and everything, they get full.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
They used Kaylee to pick their teeth when they got
I
done.
eat a lot.
I eat a lot.
So, what do you think about the video we done this week about the man that had the dog man or werewolf come up and take his trout? Have you get to see that one yet?
Yeah. I'd give him the trout too. So,
I think I would
here you
too.
go.
What do you think?
Yeah.
Or did you watch it?
I didn't watch it.
They haven't watched it.
I did.
So there was a man fishing. I always have to tell them the stories.
Sorry.
There was a man fishing,
Uh-huh.
and he saw a dog man or a werewolf sitting over on the bank, and he caught a fish at the same time he saw the creature. The creature stood on its hind legs and walked to him in the water and wanted the fish. And of course, he ran to the bank, right, and threw the fish down on the bank. And it picked it up and looked at him like it was mad because it got the fish dirty. And it walked into the water and washed the fish off and then walked off.
Mm-hmm.
I'd have just left the pole in the water and everything else and been gone. It could have reeled it in itself.
You know, I think that fishermen have more encounters because when you go fishing, you have bait with you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You usually take you something to eat.
Mm-hmm.
Normally it's stink bait that we take.
Yeah, well, and also, you know, these creatures are going to know, hey, they're down there fishing. There's a good chance that they got food.
Yeah.
Or they've caught food, or you're going to leave behind food.
Yeah.
I believe that they're opportunists. I believe that they, you know,
Yeah.
they'll take advantage of that.
Well, then we cook
Yeah.
down there. And people cook
Yeah.
whenever they can.
You
get.
clean them. Yeah. You
And
clean
you
the
got
fish there.
your fire, which is, you know, they're going to see it for miles. Which
We
is,
make like our
you know,
shad guts down there.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they know that families are bringing their children with them down there.
Mm-hmm.
And we know that they're always very interested in children. And also they may be territorial also. We're in their neck of the woods.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And then we had the other encounter where the werewolf came into the kid's home. He woke up and seen it standing in the kitchen. Why they come into houses, I don't know, because some of them will kill you and some of them don't. I mean, they came into my granny's house and they never killed anybody or hurt anybody. But we know that they will come into your house.
Well, I just want food.
They didn't take no food, though. It was just standing there watching him when he woke up.
Probably just curious,
But it was already looking at him through the window.
but I wouldn't.
And then it came
You were
inside.
about ready to hurt him.
And then we had the video where the guy said that he watched the wolf. Now, not a human. He watched a wolf creature go through a transformation into what he called a werewolf. I think that would be more plausible.
Right.
I could see that happening more than I could a human going to a werewolf. And then you have to think about if these are Nephilim, you shoot and kill it, and you're not saved, that becomes a demon.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're dealing with a demon instead of a flesh and body creature, which may attach to you, follow you home, and God did, you know, don't know what it's going to do. This is going to be a very controversial question, I'm betting, but I wrote it down anyways. I wrote it down, deleted it, wrote it down, deleted it, but it's a question that I wonder. If now drop a 1 for yes and 2 for no. Do you believe that any of these, we'll call them beings, can be trusted? 1 for yes and 2 for no. And then I will give you all my opinion.
What's your opinion?
Hmm?
What's your opinion?
Give it numbers. 2. Dear Kaylee.
No,
She
that
goes,
was not me.
she goes, 2.
No,
No, I said
2.
Sarah said that.
Tell him I said 2.
Hey, listen, that was Sarah, not me. You actually
I
said
think
that.
two
Oh my
won.
goodness.
Yeah, 'cause I want to know.
Yeah, I think 2 wins. I believe the same. I don't believe that we
Yeah.
can trust these creatures because of the Nephilim in them. They are doomed, and I believe that like anytime they could just have like a huge anger, like you're going to heaven, I'm not going to heaven, you're not worthy. I was more worthier than you. I was an angel, and you have forgiveness, and you're not worthy. And I think that's what causes a lot of this. They hate us. I mean.
Yep.
What was it that one demon said? The biggest slap in our face was the human race
Mhm.
because we were never worthy, but he loved us enough to give us that chance that they don't have. And I can see the jealousy there.
Yeah, the
I mean,
hate.
could you imagine, say that you were an angel and you were amongst Jesus and you was in heaven, and then you were cast out, and then you see these humans that fall short of the glory of God every day, and they're going to heaven and you're not.
Yeah.
Read what Norma said.
Yeah, Norma's got it right, I'd say. But I don't know. I think that
I wouldn't trust.
a lot of people say that they have one that they talk to for years and it tells them things and it would never hurt them. But I think that's just a disaster waiting to happen.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think eventually, if you go out there, you're old and you start having a heart attack or you break your leg or something, it's probably going to chomp you down.
Better not go out there when you're old.
Well, it would have no reason not to, because then it's going to be like, well, you're not feeding me anymore. I have no more use for you.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I ain't befriending anything
Like
that.
a cat. If you die, they'll eat your head off.
Oh, they do not. Good grief.
They go for your toes first.
I was telling Brooks, I was reading a thing online, and it says if you die
We watched that movie.
within 1 hour, a cat will eat your head off.
Now you see why I don't own a cat.
You're allergic to them.
Just besides I'm allergic to
Now,
them.
your cat might, because the way it attacks you.
She's burying her pizza crust.
Come on, show everybody. Come on. Looky here. That's the noise you're hearing. There's a werewolf.
Aw.
She's back here behind me. I think she's chasing the cat.
No, she's eating.
Oh, she's eating.
You distracted her.
She's cute.
She's got fat.
She's a big puppy.
See how fat she got.
I know.
Yeah,
So
she's
I
she's
like my
afraid.
food.
She's afraid the cat's going to eat more than her now. So if the cat's around, she'll eat stuff that she won't normally eat, just so the cat can't get it.
Yeah. What my dog does to my cat, he'll get the cat food bowl and drag it through the dog door outside.
Oh no.
Belinda,
Uh-huh.
yes, that's what it actually said. It said that they'll do that, and I think Kaylee said they'll even eat your toes off. Right? Yeah, they eat your toes off. So I guess if you die, you may become finger food for your cats. Literally. But I guess it ain't gonna matter if you're dead. You're not gonna really care.
I would like to leave this world what I came in with.
Well, you ain't gonna need it.
I don't want my toes taken off and my head.
So, what do you think about the the guy that went down to the railroad tracks, where Bigfoot threw that railroad spike and hit him in the foot? Did you get to hear that one yet?
I hadn't heard that one yet. Sorry.
Okay, yeah, a guy went down to the railroad tracks and he was hit in the foot by something that hurt really, really bad. And he was known to go down there a lot and pick up railroad spikes, and he would find stuff that he collected. He liked to collect that stuff. And one night, one of those was thrown and hit him in the foot, and he picked it up and took it home. It had blood on it, but it wasn't his blood. And I was wondering, do you think it threw that to hurt him? Did it throw it to scare him? Or did it know he collected those and it threw it up there to him?
Huh. Well, if it had blood on it, I'd say it'd be a warning.
A warning. Mom, got hit in the ankle by the big rock. And then somebody made a comment under the video today and they said maybe it was using that spike to hunt with and that was animal blood on it from it hunting.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Tanisha says maybe it was trying to use it like a spear, like cavemen did.
What if it was hurt
Yeah.
and it threw it at him to give him a warning?
Kaylee said maybe the Bigfoot was hurt and it threw it at that guy at a warning.
Yeah.
What do you think, Sarah?
I mean, he could have used it as a hunting tool, and he was gonna use it to stab it through that guy and eat him. No.
Could have been.
Could have been anything.
Yeah.
I can't.
Okay, and the last one we done, the last video, did y'all get to see the creature at this guy's work? What happened to him? This one, I think, was one of the scariest to me. He went to work, and he noticed that some of the scaffolding was knocked over, and he happened to look up because the lights were out in his work, and he saw a creature that resembled a goat with hooves, like a goat man looking thing.
That is a thing.
And it jumped out of the top of the attic and it ran away. He said he quit the job. He no longer works there.
Yep. There's been some talk about that, for real.
Really?
Yes. I'm reading about it. Kaylee.
Nope.
The goat type man thing.
Yeah, I know.
See, she's read about some of it too and heard about it. It's a thing.
It's a thing.
That's kind of like what Mom said. They seen walk across that bridge that we need to go to. We'll talk about that here in a minute with everybody.
Have we been to this bridge before?
Nope.
Oh,
have
God.
fun.
You're going.
I'm not. I'm out of that. Mm-mm.
Yeah, you're going.
I signed my name.
Mom said you had to.
So she didn't.
Yeah.
She wants me to survive.
She said you didn't have a choice.
Yeah, she did. She always gives me a choice.
Ouch.
She said me and Sarah could forcefully take you.
No,
Bit
she-
me.
Can't we, Mom?
I don't need permission. I'll just pick her up, throw her on my
Calf
shoulder.
rope you, throw you in the back, and you're going.
Yep. You'll like it. It's beautiful.
I'm good.
This bridge where my mom and them had this happen, guys, something walked across it that had hooves that looked like a goat man kind of, I guess. And this bridge was closed, good grief, probably 15 years ago. Something like that. And there's been a lot of things happen. It's actually called, and I know everybody's going to say there's a million bridges, but it's supposed to be the actual Crybaby Creek.
Oh, man.
It's a suspended. It's a suspension bridge, isn't it, Mom?
Yeah.
It's a suspension bridge. And you all, if y'all have watched the movie It, you know where It was standing outside of that sewer plant place outside of the door, waving that big concrete, thing.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
There is actually one of those down there at this bridge.
Yep. I know where you're talking about.
Have fun.
So we'll go down there. I think if y'all want to see us go to that bridge and do a daylight in, dark
I will
out,
not do that.
you'll be all
Yeah, you
right.
will, Sarah.
You'll be all right.
No way.
Yeah,
At daylight,
Yeah.
you realize that you have to walk
yeah.
like way far to get to that bridge.
It's not bad. It's not bad. It's probably 200 yards.
Ooh, I don't know about all that.
If y'all want to see us go to that bridge and do a daylight in, dark
That's
out,
cool.
because we haven't done one of those in a while, drop a 1. If you want to see Kaylee go with us, drop a 12.
Don't even do that. Don't waste your time
Huh?
poking your
Yeah, we do
buttons.
that.
Wow.
We're going to take the IR camera. Oh, Brooke said 12. Looks like
Yep.
Kaylee.
It doesn't count.
You're going.
I'm
Yeah.
not going.
Yeah, you're going. Johnny said 12.
Uh-uh.
Or Jenny. Sorry, Jenny the Wonder Woman. I set back too far with my glasses. I couldn't see. Scott says there's a goat man in Kentucky. Yeah, Scott, but we know who you are. You're not hiding from us.
Yeah.
Everybody says Kayla. Look at all the 12s.
Ah.
God, Guns and Ammo, Norma. We got Connie, Tracy. Everybody says 12. So Kayla, Attraction Power. So Kayla will be going. Everybody said, please go, Kaylee, and take a trout with you. She'll go. Mom would go
That's
too.
gonna be scary.
Oh, it's gonna be scary as
Oh,
hell.
you got that right.
I'm gonna give you probably the.
The keys
No,
for
when-
sure.
You're gonna carry the regular camera, and I'm carrying the IR down there.
Okay.
I want to be able to see what's around us.
Oh, that's some BS.
Poplick Monster or Poplick. I've read about that, Herbert, and this bridge just kind of looks like that too.
Yeah,
It's a scary looking place down
yeah.
there. I think we'll go down there in the daylight, go out on the bridge, and of course you had the goat thing that walked across it, and then it's supposed to be the original Crybaby Bridge, and it's an old, creaky looking old bridge that's been closed off. The woods have grown up around it. I say we walk out on the bridge till dark and see if we can hear the baby, and see if we can hear the goat come walking up the road, and then we'll walk out of there.
And what are you gonna do if you see that thing?
What do you think I'm gonna do?
If y'all, I'm telling you, if Sarah hears something walking up that road, she ain't walking out.
No.
We might be naming it called Walk In, Run Out.
On my side.
That's for sure. I will hook it out of there.
Janice,
Yeah.
Hook it.
And Herbert.
yeah, I need to tell Janice something real quick. Janice, don't throw her up real quick. Brooks may be giving you a call. I don't know when yet, but she's going to be giving you some information. So expect that.
Yep, Janice, they're on the menu for that night.
Come on, Herbert. She'll be all right.
No, Janice says that y'all are on the menu.
No, you're going.
Nope.
She might run to it.
Oh, yeah, she has a bad habit of running to the
Might want to
creatures.
leave her at home.
And Margie's on my side too.
She kind of freaks out and kind of like takes off like a goat. She just kind of like runs into it.
Pyro.
Guys, you need to go back and watch our video down at that bridge when Sarah yelled run. All you see is Kaylee jump and run in front of the aisle. Remember that?
Oh, I thought you were talking about me.
And we was like, Kaylee, stop! Kaylee was running
I thought
right
you
to
were
the
talking about me
creature.
on the bridge because I was going on that.
I did run towards it.
You did.
No, I didn't.
I think before summer gets here though, we need to do another daylight in, dark out where we first done our first one. Down there again.
Yeah.
That's where Kaylee saw that creature. Maybe she can get a second.
I don't want to say.
But you need to carry a camera and get a picture of it.
We
maybe
have
I-
cameras.
I need to buy Kaylee an IR camera too, so she could get a picture of it.
I would like to go back over there for whenever we was doing that Labadie. That
Yeah,
bridge.
We need a drone so we can fly it over
I
there.
know. I'd like to do that.
If we had a drone, we could have done the Labadie thing and seen the house because the owner won't let nobody in there no more. But we could have flew a drone over there if we had a good drone. And we need to go to that bridge again.
Yeah, I want to
Sarah
go to
on
that bridge.
Oh, I thought you were talking about that wooden bridge. I was like, Sarah, don't need to go.
I don't know if that
Yeah,
would
that's where
be,
we're going.
but would that be
You don't need to go.
would that be an abnormal video or would that be a wide open? Because we really can't get
Well, you
in
can
there.
turn it into two. We can go to the bridge for wide open and then the place and cemetery for abnormal. 2 videos in one trip.
And we could have Kaylee. We need to take Kaylee to that place
Place.
where the car rolls by itself. Did we-
Oh,
I've been
yeah.
there.
Oh, yeah, she was with us.
Yeah, she done that.
Yeah, that was pretty cool, though.
Scott,
Yeah. Get in, Kaylee.
But I think we need to go to that bridge for sure.
Kaylee is now the cryptid hugger.
Yeah. You're good.
I'm about to be the mic catcher here in a minute.
She'll wear her Ronald McDonald shoes.
No. Looney.
I wore my tennis shoes.
I am too. It's wintertime. There ain't no snakes.
You gotta put your Crocs in full drive.
Nope. I'm wearing my mountain shoes I bought.
He's running from those Emoto dragons in his Crocs.
I'm gonna wear my air rides.
I always practically have on my tennis shoes.
Yeah.
Well, not right now. I gotta run from that. I got on flip flops.
Get flip flops.
So whenever I go out, I put on my tennis shoes.
Yeah, I think we're gonna go to the bridge.
Probably.
I think everybody'd like to see that. So if anybody has any questions, put them all in capitals because I went through everything I had out tonight to talk about. But we will answer any questions that y'all have or whatever before we take off. We usually try to do that.
That one's definitely gonna be interesting.
The bridge? Oh yeah, that's gonna be scary.
Yep.
But we will be well protected. No doubt. No diggity.
No diggity. Gotta back it up.
What's this say? Please no.
I know it's
Please know I am not undermining anything or anyone. I just like to lighten the mood from a serious discussion. Oh, we do that a lot, Norma.
yeah.
Trust me.
We're the abnormal
Yeah, we're
investigators.
We got to live up to our
Yeah.
name.
We're serious one moment and then we're joking and laughing next.
Yeah. I would quit a job where the goat man was at too.
Yep, huh?
All right, guys. If nobody has any questions or anything, I guess we will start making our way out. I'll let Brooke, Sarah, and Kaylee go again, and we'll take off. I don't see any questions.
Okay, we love you all. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting the channel. And we'll see you next week.
Thanks, guys, for coming on and joining us tonight. It was fun. I hope you guys enjoyed the laughs and, everything that we talk about on here. But like always, God bless each and every one of you. We love you. We'll see you next time. Good night.
Yeah, like Sarah says, she just takes all the words.
Hey.
But thank you all for joining tonight. We're blessed and thankful for each one of you, and God has blessed us good with this channel, with y'all, and for your support. And we're just blessed and thankful for everything you've done and just coming and watching, even if you're just laughing at us and joining the family and fun. And I hope y'all have a good night and God bless.
And I want to thank you all for the support that you've given to Hunter. It's made a huge difference. All of your support of everything that y'all have done. If you want to get more content and you want to see more behind the scenes, we have the YouTube channel that you can become a member to, and we also have the Patreon that you can join.
Real
I don't know
life,
what's wrong with
isn't
her.
it?
I know.
I'm gonna say night.
But yeah, you can join the Patreon or the YouTube members and you'll get extra content. We're working on trying to get more out. Hopefully we'll do a premiere tomorrow and we'll release it Monday and we can all join you all in the chat and visit with you while the premiere plays. It should be me, Brooke, Scott, Kaylee, and Sarah will be in the premiere, hopefully. But mostly, thank you for the support because without you guys, the channel, it doesn't exist. You guys are what makes the channel grow. And without you guys, we wouldn't be able to do what we do every Saturday night and through the week. Like I said before, Hunter's he's gonna feel very, very blessed when he sees the amount of support because I am, going to let him know that you all did support and were a major factor in him coming home. Your contributions have already been used and they are at work right now. And I can't wait to be able to give you all an update. But until then, guys, just know that God has given us victory over the enemy. We're not going to ask him for victory over and over and over. We're going to thank him for the victory that he has offered us, and we're going to claim it. And Hunter will be coming home. It's not going to be long. We're going to be changing the hashtag from Bring Hunter Home Now to Hunter is Home Now. And I look forward to switching to that hashtag, and you all are a major part of that. And I'm telling you, it touches us every time we get the donations. It's just if it's a $2 one, we've had people send $2 in. It's the way that it touches you to know that you have that support. The people that's watching our videos, that's letting the commercials run, the prayers, the words of support, all of that is just as important. And I wanted to make sure that everybody knows that everything you're doing is just as important. And we're very
Right.
thankful for that.
Yep.
And thank you for watching the content. Smashing the like button has a huge impact on our channel and giving us a comment. So don't forget to hit the like button. It means a whole lot. It makes a huge difference. And thank you to the moderators for everything they do on the show and behind the scenes. And it's a lot of work, but we got 3 channels, and we're going to push those 3 channels. I hope to see more of you guys over on our AI Seeking the Truth, and I hope to see more of you guys over on our Wide Open Adventures channel. And the reason I say that is I truly believe we've become a family here, and I would love to have you guys over onto those channels, because this is the kind of subscribers I want in my content on my channels. You guys are what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Because y'all are the best, and I would love to have y'all on all 3. So
Come join us.
yeah, leaving it at that, guys. Thank you very much for everything, and we will see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching.
Night.